Right, buddy. Hello, it's been a while. I said I was going to upload more during team season. That has not come to fruition. I think that's the saying, or whatever. It's basically just not happened. Simply because, yeah, me. It's just a me thing, really. As you can see, you've got Foot Champs rewards from Bundesliga, Prem, Live, Liga. I'll get onto Liga more in a minute. And La Liga. So the five. Where's the six? No, the six. Bundesliga. So, obviously with the community tots, live tots, I've called it community tots so many times, it is live tots. I mean, it was a cool idea. I mean, I get Leah. So one of the city ones, not fussed about that. I'm happy with that, basically. And then we get a Kudus, and I get 14 wins, finally, after weeks of trying. So, like I said, try to upload more. Didn't really happen. I was recording. I just couldn't be bothered to edit, really. That was the main question. Not question. The main thing, really. So, as you know, it's obviously a thing. It's a me thing. Nothing to do with... Well, and it was a little bit with my enjoyment of EA FC at the moment. I'm not really enjoying it that much. I mean, well, I'll still play the game, but you won't see it. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Which means I'm going to switch up my content to something I can script a little bit more, hopefully make a little bit more enjoyable. I don't know. I don't know how we will react to this. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, what you think. But I'm going to switch over to F1 content and F1 manager content when they come out. So obviously the F1 game comes out in a couple of days if you brought the Ultimate Edition, or standard is 29th, and then the manager comes out in June, I think. I don't know. I've pre-ordered it anyway. So, yes, I'm going to switch over to that. So, it will look, hopefully, somewhat like this before we jump into the Prem Tots. It will look somewhat like this. I don't know how. Obviously, I'll rework it as such. But, yes. So, as you saw, that was pretty much what it was. Like I said, it is going to be a little bit of adjusting, as I've never done anything with a... like this. I mean, I did a little bit of Formula 1 content back in when F1 22, I think, came out. And that was when I was sort of still doing things. But anyway, obviously, that's what it will look like. Let me know if you think of any better ideas of where I could do it. Obviously, when I'm face cam, you're mainly going to see the gameplay of it. I've heard some things about it. But anyway, so I'll get it Sunday, and then we wing it from there. Cole Palmer from the Prem Tots. I was like, at this point, I was mad with myself because I got, what was it? Rank 5, but I think I was 1 win away from rank 5, and I could have got it, I think. No, rank 4, but just couldn't. But you get Cole Palmer, but I was annoyed at myself at this point. But McAllister, meh, I used him. He was alright. Cole Palmer's still pretty decent. He was at about 1.3 when I packed him, or got him. That's been my best one so far. So moving on to complete Aaron Wan-Bissaka, as you can tell. But yes, obviously I made this video about my thoughts on EAFC, as my camera does not want to focus. The camera, don't really care. So, yeah. I'm gonna, as I said, stop uploading FC. I will probably come back during either footies, when it's a bit more grindable in the menus, or Shapeshifters, which is a promo I quite enjoy. But yeah, give me a second. Oh no, I might have focused up now. Oh who? Yes. So I'll be doing Wan-Bissaka. Now, I did some stuff, packed with Vincent Company and stuff, but you know what I mean. Really, at this point, they're all fodder, and if they're not things. But yes, it doesn't really matter. I'm going through here showing you why. I don't know why. But yeah. Anyway, it's probably why you don't watch. Anyway, yeah, my thoughts on FC. It's probably been EA's best and worst game. And there's a bit of an oxymoron, yeah. Best and worst game. Best in terms of like the amount of the pool of players you can use is huge. Like last year, you had to wait till team of the season to use a decent team of the season Harry Kane. This year he had his 93 UCL card that was an SPC, incredibly usable. Same with his team, the honorable mention, and yeah, and then also his team season, which. Yeah, I don't like him. And as you're about to find out, through doing Wan-Bissaka, something good came. Well, not directly, but basically I was doing Wan-Bissaka, I needed fodder, and I was doing player picks, as I'm still rambling on. But yes, so obviously the most poor players we can use, but I was doing player picks, blah, 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 blah. I'm really rambling and getting lost in the words. So, Wan-Bissaka I actually quite like, but I'll get on to more of that in a second. After I have shown you this player pick when I get it in a second, when it decides to load, yes, we packed team of the season Harry Kane from a player pick. And I hate him. Or, hate's a bit of a strong word. I cannot get on with him, let's just put it that way. For someone with 99 shooting, he's not the one. He is not the one. Well, his finish shot, technical and incisive pass. It is probably me and the gameplay I was playing him in. That's what I think it is. But I just couldn't gel with him at all. Like, yeah, but it was probably more of the gameplay. He's now down to about 3 mil. But so that is probably my best tots pack. Right there. It was Cole Palmer, and now I think it's Kane, which is like, I'm like, cool. He links, he's Bundesliga English, you know, he's linkable by Munich. And yeah, he links, but I don't like him. But then, the gameplay, I'll get onto it, might as well get onto it now. Ligue and the Liga have been some of the worst gameplay experiences ever. I was putting in commands, not happening and stuff. So, it's either EA servers are absolutely mudded. As you see, I have to restart my game for the Bundesliga ones. Bundesliga player picks, which I get ranked 14. So, the two the non-decent ones. Well, not the non-decent ones, but you know what I mean? Like, the ones, like, people want a Liga Prem, Bundesliga tot. La Liga Prem, Liga and tots. Not really Bundesliga, maybe some Serie A ones. But I get Coman, which I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty decent. Now, if you were to average out all my player picks, I would say my average value of a player from the player picks has been about 300, 400k. Because I've at least gotten one of those players from the rewards. Like, Kudus was 400k. Cole Palmer was 1.3 million. Coman was about 500k. And then the next one is going to be another good one in Xavi Simons, who was another 300k at that point, roughly. And he's quite good, to be honest. So, obviously, they help with Kane. I just don't like Kane, really. That's a me thing. But yes, I was making this video on my decision to switch content, basically. That's what I'm trying to say, as I'm getting very sidetracked. So, I probably should have scripted this a bit more. Like I said, but I can do that with F1 and F1 Manager. I can do Imola or Monaco in a video, include practice one, whatever. Whereas I don't really know what I'm doing with the Ultimate Team, which is just a thing I probably could work on, and I just haven't applied myself enough to work on, which is a fair evaluation, I think. Same with the editing and thumbnails. I could probably try more, but I honestly just haven't applied myself, which I can say about my whole life, pretty much. Anyway, so, yeah, then, obviously, Bundesliga, it then goes to Coman. And I wanted to show you my team of the season pack from Bundesliga, because I thought this was, I don't think I've seen anybody get this. You get Tapsoba, but as you can tell by the background, they're all moments. Not a single team this season. Which I was like, how? And not only that, it's the 3 worst ones for moments, which are Sancho taps over Adeyemi, I'm pretty sure. There might have been one worse moment, but I wasn't actually bummed out as people would expect, because I did get Sancho, who I was looking for. But because generally I was looking for Sancho, that's why when Coman popped up, it was a bit more of a decision than it probably should have been to take Coman over Sancho, because I do like Sancho. And I think he's a better on-the-ball player than Coman. But Coman has the weak foot and stuff, and I've had to trade away Adeyemi. But we now move on to the Ligue ones, which is where my frustration came out, and a lot of people's frustration came out with EA, with the Ligue. Because I assume everybody knows EA because made a mistake where they put the good players in packs, basically. And instead, I get an Aubameyang, which I'm like, okay, that's not bad. But I was furious again because I was 1 win short. But then my second one was like, well, I might as well take Medina. Because I'm like, there's a somewhat chance I use Medina. But yes, Aubameyang was about 400k then. He's all right. He's actually quite good. But just the gameplay I was playing him in was horrendous. Which is like, so like the last 2 or 3 weekend leagues, horrendous gameplay for me. Anyway, it's like the AI just everything was getting on my nerves at this point, or annoying me somewhat. We now move on to my rivals. No, La Liga tots. Get Camavinga again, another 300 to 400k player, but that's all I'm getting. I'm getting nothing else from the packs. That's why, even if I was to upload a video, I probably wouldn't show you the packs from the rewards, because it's just like, oh yes, an 84 rated from an ultimate pack. Like, I'm lucky, to be honest, if I get an 84 from an ultimate pack, I think, at this point. We're now onto my division rivals rewards, which are like, I got into Division 1. This leads me on nicely to actually talk about rivals rewards in general. Milestones. So I've probably played the most rivals games I have this entire year, because I'm up to 50. And I'm like, I think apart from the first month maybe of the game, or the first season, I haven't played rivals enough up to 50. I've been like 2 or 3 wins or games short. But when you get stuff like that from the rewards, it's not ideal. They should be a minimum rating. So EA have sort of nailed the rewards, but haven't nailed the milestones. It's like last year. I was consistently getting 50 plus and maybe the odd max number of wins you could get or games played. So you got decent packs. Because like in 22, when that was a thing, I packed Team the Year Messi from them along with Team the Year Rudiger. And I'm like, that's what they should be. But no, we are going to give you a Tifo. But to be fair, they did, when they updated the rewards, these are what Division Rival rewards should be. I think from the next year, like onwards, obviously. I don't think that'll be the case. They might tone it down a little bit, but with each season, tone it up, if that makes sense. So like they start off with maybe like a couple of 84 times 2s, when there's like less special cards, but when you get to team of the season, should be 87 times 2s, 85 times 5s, 86 times 4s, all that shebang. But instead, they only just changed it. But honestly, I'm getting gold cards, so it don't really matter. Because I barely... Last year, I remember community tots. I was packing Declan Rice, De Gea multiple times and stuff like that. This year, no. Whatever year Declan Rice was in De Gea. I think it might have been last year. Yeah. But this year, I saw 2 Otamendi's. What else? And one other one. And that was it in packs. And then Prem, I saw... None of the Prem ones, actually... Oh, Gabrielle twice, and that was it. I packed Bunny Shaw, which I'm like, ooh, that's pretty decent. Yeah, she's not. Well, she is and she isn't. But yeah, Bunny Shaw and Charles, actually. So I packed 2 of the better women ones. I think that was one of the one. Bundesliga, obviously, Kane, I packed, which I'm like, yay. But honestly, I don't like him. Any other Bundesliga ones? Tar, I think, from something, the guaranteed one. I don't like him. And then I did the Leverkusen pack, packed him again. Then obviously the moments taps over, I think I packed. But yeah, and then Ligue. Don't think I packed any of the Ligue ones or the mini leagues. really. And same with the La Liga ones. Actually, no, I lie. As you're about to see, I will pack 2 La Liga ones. But honestly, they're the 2 cheaper ones. So, and then also a Patry, which so Putellas is a moments, but Bonmati's not. So I was like, I forgot Patry was in packs, or I knew she was in packs, but at the same time, I was just hoping it was either Putellas or Bonmati, which obviously it weren't, it was Patry. But anyway, yeah, she's alright, I guess. I bring her in with Camavinga, and honestly, not dreadful. It's probably and then in the gameplay, it was probably one of the better teams I have used. But I mean, this year, I don't think I got onto it. Is their best and worst year? Best year in terms of players you can use. And then I went on to rant about Harry Kane. But yes, best year in terms of players I could use. So previous seasons, you pretty much had to use top tier meta cards to really be or top meta cards. Whereas this year you can get away with the Kane, those type of players that aren't quite up to the perfect meta. Obviously, playstyles has helped, which EA need to work on their nerfing is basically as well another thing what I'm trying to say, because we went from having Trivellas, which were OP, to them being non-existent outside the box. Finesse shots, they were OP to start off with, especially if you had the playstyle plus or the playstyle. Then they nerfed it a bit, or they nerfed it, and people then switched over Trivellas. They then nerfed Trivellas, but then finesse shots were still pretty decent. So yeah, they're okay. Although I'm struggling with finesse shots, that's probably why you need to time your finishing a bit more. But yeah, as you see, a couple of Liga ones. La Liga's one, sorry, packed. They're my first 2 first La Liga pack tots thing. They're basically cheap ones, so yes. But really, I think I've got my message point that I'm not enjoying the game, and I'm going to switch over to a game I'm hopefully going to enjoy more, or I can script more and enjoy it more and stuff like that. Well, not script, but just get a plan in motion. Whereas FC, I've not had a plan the whole year, and that maybe is reflected, or a schedule reflected in the uploads. I think that has just not having a schedule of saying, I edit here, I let my content build up, and then I've not bothered getting back on top of it. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow, and then I'm like, I can't be bothered. Which is basically a me. He's like, I can't be bothered, but I eventually got around to it. And I wanted to show you, or tell you, I was going to switch over to FC, as long as you can switch over to F1, and then maybe bring back Ultimate Team when the shapeshifters or something decent happens, basically, like footies or shapeshifters, because I enjoy shapeshifters. I think that's one of my favorite promos, especially since it's gone to after Team of the Season, where it's all just fun cards. Which shapeshifters should be fun, because there's you get Kyle Walker in goal, you get I don't know, I can't think of players. Striker Mahrez, who was at City of it last season, and a couple other cards, and then you move on to footies, where you get obviously cat packs and just loads of other things. But I want EA. One thing EA have done decent are evolutions to an extent, and objectives. I think they have been quite decent. Speaking of objectives, I need to go get on with Inaki Williams, so I'm still going to play FC24. You're just not going to see it. That's really it for this video, and me rambling on, and you can get on with the rest of your day and go enjoy Serie A Tots, which comes out at some point today, whenever this video goes up. So enjoy it, and I will see you in that first F1 get the review theme, obviously.